Hello everyone, and welcome to Perryco's Gaming Corner. Today we're going to talk about the greatest 3-game series of all time. No, not Gears of War 3. No, God, no, not Halo. If you think Halo is the greatest series or games ever, then just go. Get the hell out of my channel. Fuck you. Today we're going to talk about the game God of War. Yes, God of War is the greatest 3-game series ever. And I mean ever, I mean ever. At least this generation. If you don't know God of War, you probably either don't get out much or you have an Xbox. If you have an Xbox, well, your life sucks. Because this is the best game. The best game I've ever played. If it's not the best game I've ever played, it's definitely top 3. If you don't know the story of the God of War, pretty much you start off as this guy, his name's Kratos. You work for the God of War, who is Ares. He pretty much uses you, makes you kill your own family. And what do? You want vengeance. I mean, who wouldn't? You just killed your family. It's his fault. So the first game you pretty much do all these challenges, and the gods help you. The other gods, such as Zeus, Athena, they want you to kill Ares because he's getting too strong and he's a prick. So anyways, you pretty much do all the stuff, go through all these levels such as this Lost Desert and Pandora's Castle, get Pandora's box and kill Ares. Cool, awesome. Then the second one, you become the God of War because somebody has to take his place. You become the God of War and then you go a little corrupted with power. Zeus starts fearing you and eventually, well, he actually technically kills you. You are saved somehow by the Titans, but it can make sense, whatever, it's not real. So you're saved by the Titans, and pretty much the second game is you trying to find all these weapons and stuff to go back in time. You have to meet the Sisters of Fate in the second one, and you go back in time. When you go back in time, you bring the Titans with you and you kick Zeus's ass. But Zeus gets out of it, and he goes on the top of Mount Olympus and summons all the gods. And then you and the Titans climb up Mount Olympus, and you're ready to fight the gods. And this is where the greatest game ever comes in. Yes. This game pretty much starts off exactly after this. It starts with you climbing up Mount Olympus on Gaia's back. Gaia is pretty much the lead Titan. As you're climbing up her back, you're getting attacked by the god of the sea. Some people call him Saturn, but I prefer to call him Poseidon. Anyways, Poseidon, Saturn, Roman, Greek, whatever. Anyways, Poseidon he's a pretty cool guy. I mean, he has some real cool attacks. And some of it's a little annoying, but he pretty much starts kicking Gaia's ass, and you have to help her. You pretty much do that, and you fight his giant sea monster, and it's a pretty cool fight. After you fight it for a while, you actually get to fight him. You don't really get to fight him, though. You pretty much get seen as his perspective of getting his ass kicked by Kratos. It's such a cool effect, actually watching your face get pounded in. It's very, very gruesome, and you do die, not as Kratos, but as Poseidon. You're dead, and that's one god down. So Kratos continues on his journey with Gaia on Gaia's back, and, well, she decides to get rid of him. She gets rid of him, and he falls all the way to Hades. He's in Hades, loses all his power, and has to start all over again with no energy, nothing, no health. So if you ever played God of War before, it pretty much happens at every single one. First one, second one. But, you could have expected. Where you get your new weapon, the Blades of Exile. They're cool weapons. So you pretty much go through Hades, doing all these challenges, eventually fight Hades. Hades and you don't really get along very well. And, well, you have to kill him. So you kill him, take his weapons, the Claws of Hades, which are pretty much like the Blades of Chaos, but they can do different things, and they're different but the same at the same time. You'd have to play to understand. So you're beat Hades, now you're going right back to where you were climbing up Mount Olympus. There you meet the god of the sun, Helios. He's rather annoying and he pretty much runs away from you the entire time, but you eventually find him, kill him, and what do? You don't shake his hand, you rip his damn head off. Very, very gruesomely, too. It's not like a happy moment. It's not, you wince when you see it. So you kill him. Who do you face next? Oh, the god of, I'm trying to think of the proper word, but Mercury, whatever. He delivers the messages to you. He can run real fast. It's kind of annoying you have to chase after him because you wish you'd stand and fight, but it's kind of fun too. It's a challenge. You find him, boss fight's fun. Find him, guess what you do to him? You cut his legs off. And it's very gruesome, people, watching someone get their legs cut off, because it's like real life, getting your legs cut off. You kill him, and then, what? Another one bites the dust. Then you fight, guess who? Who is the most famous Greece half-god, half-man person you could think of? Hercules. And just what happens? Hercules is your brother. He uses a cool weapons called the asbestos, and they're fists that can punch you. It's like, it's a fun boss fight. Probably one of the best ones on the game. It's like after you kill him, you pretty much take his fists, his metal fists, and pound his face in. Literally pound his face into nothing. Yeah, rather gruesome, but every death on here is gruesome. Like, so you do that, and pretty much there's only how many gods left? Barely any. I should mention, by the way, that Athena's already dead because you killed her in the second one. It's like, yeah, I should also mention that Zeus is your father, and you're kind of pissed. So that has something to do with it. So, Hera, if you don't know who Hera is, that is Zeus' wife, sister, incest, yes I know, but they're Greek. Anyways, they're there, you do a maze part, which is kind of annoying, but not that annoying where it doesn't really hurt the game. It delays like what you want to do. Everybody wants to find Zeus and kill him. Then you pretty much take care of her. I don't think you really don't kill her. She pretty much kills herself, but she wasn't that interesting of a character. Then while your journey is, you meet the goddess Aphrodite, and what do? You don't fight her. It starts with another F. That's the word that starts with F, which engages people, but doesn't mean fight. It ends with a K. Use your mind, people. I'm not kidding. Yeah, giggity, goo. So, you bang a goddess, think nothing of it, that's your job. Whatever. But finally, after doing all these challenges, such as going in this, you would really have to pay attention to the game, because you have to do all these challenges, and then eventually you find Zeus. The only way to defeat Zeus is get the Flame of Pandora. Yes, Pandora, from the first game. Interesting how they tie it together, but yes, the flame is the only way to kill him. But the box is in the flame, the box you used in the first one. So you have to sacrifice a girl. If you play the game, you'll know. It's a girl that she helps you, she guides you pretty much, and she reminds you of your daughter. If you didn't play the game, you don't know. I really would suggest playing the first and second one before you play the third one, because you will be completely lost. So you pretty much find Zeus, have the most epic boss battle in the history of boss battles, fight him like 4 times, fight him normal, fight him big, fight him and him and Gaia, fight his ghost, you fight, it does never end. And like the first time you play it, you're like, holy crap, holy crap, holy crap, holy crap. You kill Zeus, and well, you're pretty much approached. I'm not going to really reveal the ending for you because it's such a good ending, such a good game that you should really play it if you want to know what happens after that. So, just overall, every single thing about this game is fantastic. The graphics, beautiful. The best graphics I've ever seen on this generation game console. PS3, Xbox, anything. The best. Gameplay, amazing. Everything feels so fluid. Square, circle, R1, everything. Like, every single button has a thing. As a God of War fan, it's perfect. The first one, amazing. The second one, very damn good. The third one, indescribable how great of a game it is. I remember I got this game when the game came out, and I was a pretty big fan of the story, but this game really put it up to the next level. Every single thing about this game. terrific. The boss battles. Every boss battle is different, but it offers a lot more fun than you would think. Hades battle is very gruesome, but like, they're trying to kill you. I mean, every single way someone dies, there's not a pleasant way someone dies. And everyone dies. You seriously kill everyone. Like, such as ripping Helios' head off, pounding Poseidon into a bloody pulp, pounding Hercules' face in. I mean, it's not a very nice game. I mean, if you're not very a person who likes seeing gruesome things, I would not play this game because you'd be greatly disturbed. Other things I'd say about it, the story of this game, terrific. Absolutely terrific. If you follow it, you can't really skip it, but if you follow it and you're into it, you love every moment of it. There's some things about this game that offer a little more than just complete gore and violence and straight fighting enemies. There's some times where you actually have to use your mind and strategies. There's puzzles in the game you have to solve, but not too difficult. Overall, I'd definitely give this game a 10. Yes, perfect score. Maybe even 11. I cannot complain about anything about this game. If I had to critique one thing about this game, it would have to be that you don't really get to use the Blade of Olympus that much unless you're in the Rage of the Chaos Spartan mode or whatever. It's like, I would really rather prefer to be able to use that weapon like you do on God of War 2 as an actual weapon and swing it around. But, you got plenty of other weapons you can use. You got the Asbestos, you got, the Claws of Hades, Blades of Chaos. They all offer different styles, but are all very, very fun. There's some good downloadable content for this game, like cool costumes and stuff, but like nothing like, oh my god, good, but still some cool stuff. I mean, this game's about 8 hours long, and you literally feel like you're inside this game. I mean, it's like a movie, like how it just flows so good together. I mean, it's a true masterpiece. I mean, the graphics, there's like no loading, it's all straight through. The first time you play it, even like the 5th time you play it, you're having fun, and you're discovering things you didn't know before. If you're a God of War fan, probably the best one. It's between 1 and 3, but I definitely think this is better just because of how much it's grown. It's definitely better than any gay Halo game, and definitely better than any Gears of War game. And that's just not because I like PlayStation better. I mean, I'm not kidding. It's better. Definitely the best game, probably that the PlayStation 3 has come out with. Either this or Uncharted 2. But probably this because it's more of a man game. More of a man game than Uncharted 2. I really can't say much more about this game. I mean, if you haven't played it, you're really missing out. I mean, people I know that didn't even know anything about God of War played this game and automatically fell in love with it and wanted to play the other ones. I mean, but I wouldn't suggest that, considering that if you don't play the other two, you really don't know what the hell's going on, why he's mad, what's the deal with Zeus. I mean, you're missing out on so much of the story that you won't understand it. So if you really wish to play God of War 3, I suggest you get the collection, or even whip out the PS2 and play the first two. And then you understand it, and then when you finally play it, it'll feel more of a rewarding experience because you build up to the story. Like, I have friends that really were dedicated, like, played the second one, and then it ended the way it did, and counted down the days to the third one. I mean, so far, since this game came out, there has not been a game that's been better than this. I mean it. Xbox, PS3, Wii, Super Nintendo, computer, nothing. Close. Best game, 2010 and 2011. 2009, great game. Unbelievable game. And, if you want this game, I think it's actually cheaper now. It's not $60. I think it's $40, so it's a pretty good deal for a pretty good game. And it is a game that you will probably play more than once if you are into it. And if you hate this game, you suck and do not like games. This is Perryco's Game Corner, and that is a wrap.